Welcome everyone. I am Dr. Shambhu Yadav, a research scientist at Harvard Medical School. And today we are going to deep dive into how to build a strong study habits that not only make learning more effective but also sustainable. Did you know that every time you study, you are literally changing your brain? And that is true. Your brain is continuously rewiring itself, adapting to what you do and what think of most of day. And that's the magic of neuroplasticity. But not all studying is created equal. Some way of learning stick while others slip away. And that's why understanding how your brain works can completely transform the way we approach the study. We'll also explore the science of memory and the motivation, how timing, repetition, and even sleep can transform the way we learn. No complicated theory, just practical tips you can start using today. So the goal here is not perfection, it's progress. By the end of this video, you will see that building a strong study habits is not about the willpower or talent. It's about understanding your brain and working with it, not against it. So let's dive in. The human brain is amazing. It's a continuous adapting and changing even as we learn. And this process is called neuroplasticity. Think of it as the brain ability to rewire itself based on what you do regularly. When you study or practice something repeatedly, your brain strengthens the connection between the neurons. So every time you review a concept, your brain makes stronger connections. You know, the dopamine plays a huge role in learning and study as well. It's a chemical that makes you feel good and it's released when you achieve something, even a small win. If you reward yourself after completing a study session, you are telling your brain, hey, this is worth repeating. And over time, this creates a positive feedback loop and making it easier to stick to your routine. But your brain is not perfect at holding on to everything. Have you ever studied something and only forget in a few days? And that's the forgetting curve that acts on our brain. And your brain naturally let go of the information it doesn't think you will need it. To beat this, you need to review what you have learned at a regular interval. And each time you revisit the material, you are signaling to your brain, this is important for me. And this helps move the information from short-term memory to long-term storage. So understanding this simple brain mechanism can change how you approach studying. You are not just reading or writing notes, you are rewiring your brain. And when you know how to work with it, not against it, learning becomes much more effective. And the building a strong study habit does not have to be overwhelmed. So let's break it down into the simple, actionable steps and that align with how your brain works. So first, consistency is the key. Your brain loves pattern. When you study at the same time every day, your brain starts to expect it. And over time, this makes us easier to focus and dive into the material. Another game changer is space repeating and active recall. So instead of the cramming all at once, revisit the material on interval. And this strengthens memory over time because your brain is forced to retrieve the information repeatedly. And the active recall takes it a step further. Test yourself instead of just rereading the notes. And when you actively pull the answer from your memory, your brain creates a stronger neuronal connection. As I discussed in my previous video, you can visit now. or after finishing this video, the distractions are your enemy. Neuroscience shows that the multitasking split your focus and slow down learning. So when you study, give your brain a clean slate. Turn off notification, put your phone away, and focus on task. Short focus session work best. Try 25 minutes of work followed by short break to refresh. And please don't forget the good night sleep and exercise that play a crucial role in consolidating memory and strengthening the neuronal connection to keep learned information for long term. So by building these habits step by step, you are setting up your brain for long term success. It's not just about working harder, but working smarter and in sync with how your brain is wired. And over time, common challenges while building a study habit is tough, but absolutely doable. Let's start with the procrastination. It's that continuous urge to delay, even when you know you shouldn't. So here is the tricks. Don't aim for the finish entire task at once, just start. Tell yourself, I will study for 10 minutes, and most of the time you will find it easier to keep going once you have begun. The hardest part is getting started. So lower the mental barrier. Now about the focus, it's easy to get distracted, especially with the phone notifications and the noisy surrounding. Your brain craves the novelty, so distractions are hard to resist. But you can train it. Create a distraction-free zone. Put your phone in another room. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back to the task. Practicing mindfulness or meditation for even 5 to 10 minutes a day can sharpen your attention span over time. And then there is a self-doubt, that's a sneaky voice in your head that says you are not good enough. And trust me, you are not alone in this feeling away. Start small, set easy, manageable goals, and celebrate when you achieve them. Finish a chapter. High-five yourself. Progress, no matter how tiny, builds confidence. If you are ever stuck, remember this. Nobody is perfect, and building habit takes time. Some day will be harder than the other, but that's okay. Each time you overcome a challenge, you rewiring your brain, making it stronger. And it's all about the consistency as well. Even if you only study for a short time each day, doing it regularly is what helps your brain make new connection and get stronger. Your brain loves pattern, and the more consistent you are, the easier it becomes to slip into the productive habit. But remember, it's okay to have a setbacks. Learning is a process, and key is to get discouraged. And also keep in mind that the self-compassion matters. There will be a day when motivation is low, or even things does not go as planned. And that's completely fine. Celebrate the small wins even if they seem insignificant. Each step you take, no matter how small, is progress. And your brain is continuously adapting and improving, and even you will feel like you are not making progress, but you are. And then lastly, take care of your body. Sleep, exercise, relaxation, these all play just a big role in learning and study itself. So don't neglect this area. If you treat your brain well, it will repay you with a better focus, retention, and overall productivity. So start small, stay consistent, and the trust process. You will be amazed at how strong your habit can become. So thank you for the watching, and see you in the next video.